Alright, welcome back to the tutorial. This is practice 4 of chapter 2, and this is question 5. Okay, before I start, I would just like to say something. Okay, I decided to split, or rather, if you look at all problem sums, they usually split into a before, then there's a middle, then there's the after. Alright, so to make things easier from now on, I will standardize the colors that I use so it's easy for you all to see. Okay, I'll try to use green for the beginning, middle I'll use orange, something like a traffic light, and at the end I'll use red, okay, as the ending. Alright, so starting I'll use green, okay, that's the starting. So when we look at this question, it's saying that Natasha had 2,356 beats, Lydia had that amount, Muna had that amount of beats at first. Okay, the numbers here is no point staring too hard at it, okay, because we only be needing it later. Okay, we just need to develop a idea, a plan on how to solve this question. Okay, so here I'm just going to highlight this in green. Alright, now the next we're going to be looking at the where's the middle part. After they each use an equal number of beats, okay, Natasha had 3 times as many beats left as Lydia. So the middle here will just be the equal number of beats that they have used. Okay, and finally, the last part is what is the ending? The ending says that Natasha had 3 times as many beats left as Lydia. So we got it, the green, the orange, and the red. Okay, now we try to start the problem. Sorry, now we try to solve the problem. Okay, looking at this, we have to decide whether we're going to be doing green or we're going to be doing red first. Whether we're going to start from the start or start from the end. Okay, in this case, I always feel I always like to start at the end because whenever I see the word times here, I realize that it's the easiest to start drawing my model from there, because after that I don't have to divide it again using some weird amounts that I might not have been drawing to scale with. Alright, so with this in mind, I'll start drawing from behind. Natasha, okay, representing for n, okay, had 3 times as many bits left as Lydia. Okay, so Natasha would have 3 times as many bits left as Lydia. Natasha should have more. Okay, Natasha should have 3 times the size. Okay, alright, and Lydia has 1 unit, one very small and sad unit. Alright, so after I've drawn this, okay, we're going to include the middle part, the amber part. Alright, after they each used an equal number of beats, alright, after they each used an equal number of beats, so we know that they had another portion here, okay, that was not used. Alright, I'm marking it orange, and this orange on both Lydia and Natasha, not only Lydia and Natasha, there's still one more. There's still one more person here, which is who is it? Muna. Okay, but Muna, for some reason, this question I don't even know why, but Muna, okay, they never mention about her at all after that. We probably don't even need her to solve. Alright, but just to bear in mind that Muna too has an equal number of orange in it. Okay, based on the question. Okay, now looking at this, we have to put in the numbers now. Natasha, now what we just drew here, okay, is the 3 black units for Natasha plus the orange one. Is actually a representation of what they had at first before they used the number of beats. Okay, so Natasha, this would be actually where the 2, 3, 5, 6 beats come from. Okay, that's over here. 2, 3, 5, 6 beats. Alright, and for Lydia, okay, looking at the number of beats she has 1176 beats. Okay, Muna, just take note I drew it in blue for Muna because they never mention anything about like how many parts compared to other people she has. So the blue color does not represent 1 unit. Okay, it's just a random amount inside. Alright, but in any case, Muna here would be 1708. Okay, now we have drawn the model. We have to think of a way of how to solve it. Alright, now I was looking at this model earlier and I realized that there's no easy way to solve it. Okay, I gotta use some of my imagination to solve it. So how do I do this? Okay, we know that Muna's blue color unit, okay, is totally off. There's nothing much you can do with it. Okay, so we're not going to be looking at Muna. Alright, you're just going to be trying to solve with Natasha and Lydia. Okay, but how can we draw our model, or rather use our model in such a way that we can find it? Okay, if you want, you can take some time to think about it. Alright, but I'm just going to give you the answer now, so you can either pause it to think and then check to see whether your answer is the same as mine, or maybe you might even have a better way of doing it. Then please let me know. Okay, so in this case, alright, we know that 1 unit of Lydia plus 1 orange one is 1176. We know that 3 units of Natasha plus 1 orange one is 2356. Now what we can do here is we can try to get rid of a unit. Okay, so how do we get rid of a unit? Alright, now I want you to take note of this. Okay, wait, let me see if I can do it. If let's say, okay, I cut this portion, okay, then I move it over here. Okay, do you see what I'm doing? Okay, what I actually did is that I show you that, okay, orange unit, black unit, 1:1, 1:1. Okay, now I'm just going to draw a straight line down here to show you that, okay, now top and bottom are the same. How do you think you can find the 2 units up there? Do you see there's this little 2 units over here? Okay, if you can find this, means you can find 1 unit. You can find 1 unit means everything becomes very easy. Alright, so in this case, okay, if we can take the 2356, which is the total of Natasha has, right? And for Lydia, okay, you see for Lydia, we minus the 2356 with what Lydia has. You end up with the remaining 2 units up there. Okay, so it's pretty cool. So sometimes the way you draw your model, you have to move it a bit, okay, in your mind. In this case, I literally moved it, okay, because I'm using my cool iPad Pro. Alright, so for this case, you can find what is 2 units. Okay, 2 units is equal to 2356 minus 1176. Alright, when the 2 oranges, they cancel out each other when you minus them off, so you don't really need to care about them. Later you'll find them. Okay, so 2 units, the black one, okay, equals to, just give me a while, let me just get my calculator. Okay, 2356 minus 1176. Okay, I'll get 1180. Okay, so from here I can find what is 1 unit easily. 1 unit is just 1180 divided by 2, which will give me 590. Okay, so now we know that 1 black unit is 590. Can we find what's the orange unit now? Very easy, look at Lydia. Okay, Lydia here is 1176 for the total of Lydia. Take 1176 minus off the 1 black unit, you get the 1 orange unit, just to make it clear. Okay, 1176 minus 590, by right your answer should be 586. Alright, so wait, okay, oh no, what did I do? Okay, this, okay, alright, can? So right here, 586. Okay, don't forget your statement. How many bits did each of them use? Okay, so they use 586 bits each. Don't forget the each word. Okay, that's all. Okay, moving on to question 6. Mr. Lim gave 3,600 to his wife and 2 children together. Alright, his wife received 500 more than the son. Son received twice as much as the daughter. How much did Mr. Lim's wife receive? Okay, this is not a big before and after kind of thing. Okay, wait, let me just check. Alright, there is a before and after. Alright, so we can use our traffic lights again. Okay, Mr. Lim gave 3,600 to his wife and 2 children all together. Alright, starting, this is what he gave. Okay, total amount 3,600 shared between 3 people, his wife and his 2 children. His wife received 500 more than the son. Okay, you can consider this the middle. Okay, his son received twice as much as his daughter. You can consider this the end. Actually, I won't say it's beginning, middle, or end. All these things are happening at the same time. It's just that there are 3 separate things. Alright, and you always start with either the green or the red. Okay, so now trying to work our sum out. His son received twice as much as his daughter. Let's just draw a model there, okay? Don't think so much first. Son, okay, twice as much as the daughter, okay? Then his wife received $500 more than the son. So wife over here will be equals to what the son has. Okay, plus. Alright, a little bit here, going to do in red. A little bit here more, which I don't know is how big. It's a random unit. It does not belong to the black units. Okay, so this one will be $500. Okay, now the total amount here, alright, that everybody is using. Okay, the total amount here that was given is how much? 3,600. This 3,600 includes, okay, the $500, okay, that was written for the wife. So maybe I can just write it in red here. Okay, includes the $500. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we have to first work our way back. We want to find what is 1 unit. So what do? Okay, we know that this 3,600 is equal to 5 of these black units plus the 500. So we want to find out what's 1 unit of the black. We first have to find out what's 5 units of the black. Alright, so in this case what we need to do here is you guys have to take 5 units. Okay, it's actually 3,600 minus off the $500. Okay, there's I saw. Alright, each 5 units is actually 3,100. Okay, from here you can find what's 1 unit. Right, you just divide it by 5, 3,100, divide it by 5. Okay, you get 620, if I'm not wrong. Okay, after you have 1 unit, it's very easy to find how much the wife received. Just find how many black units are there, add the $500. Okay, so from here you need to find what's 2 units. 620 times 2. Alright, you get 1240. Add in the wife, the extra $500 that they got, okay, the red color portion, you get 1740. Okay, wife receives $1740. Okay, that's your answer. Easy peasy. Okay, moving on to question 7. There were 4,342 buttons altogether in 3 bags, A, B and C. There were 18 more buttons in bag B than in bag A. There were 3 times as many buttons in bag C as in bag B. How many buttons were there in bag A? Okay, first let's separate this question out. Alright, I'd like to use green for the first one. There were 4, 3, 4, 2 buttons in all 3 bags. Okay, then after that, okay, let's use orange. There were 18 more buttons in bag B than in bag A. Alright, and last but not least, okay, using red, there were 3 times as many buttons in bag C as in bag B. Alright, please feel free in your maybe in your while you're doing okay, I allow you all to highlight. Okay, just make sure when you highlight it looks neat. Okay, it's always good to have nice and colorful work as well. Alright, like how I'm highlighting now. Okay, so let's start. See, I like to see the word 3 times here, or we start from here. There were 3 times as many buttons in bag C as in bag B. Okay, so now I'm just going to draw a bag. Okay, forget it. I don't put the word bag. Just put C. Okay, and I put B. So 3 times as many buttons in bag C as in bag B. So bag C has more. By how much more? 3 times more. Bag B will also have 1 unit. Okay, now we look at the amber. There were 18 more buttons in bag B than in bag A. Okay, so what does this mean? Bag B, alright, has this little portion here. Alright, this little portion over here when you split it. Okay, and this portion is 18. Alright, and for bag A, okay, it has a little portion of the unit here, okay, with the 18 that's missing. Alright, so what do we do here? Now first, there are two things we can do. One, we either make A into a bigger unit by adding 18, but that might be a bit confusing, or we can split all of them up into units that look like A plus 18. How do we do that? Okay, here, same thing for C. We're going to split this. Okay, and this one will be 18. Then for here, we split. Okay, 18. For here, we split again. Okay, 18. So you see what happens now? We have, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 equal units of black, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 equal segments of 18. Okay, now with this, some of you might have guessed already, you have enough information to solve your question. Alright, the last bit of information that you put in belongs to the green color highlighted ones. This entire thing here is 4, 3, 4, 2 buttons all together. Alright, now to solve this, okay, first we've got to count how many times the 18 appears. Okay, you can do 18 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18, or you can just simply take 18 times 4. Okay, how much will this get? 72, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so now that we have 72, okay, what we need to do is just take the 4,342 minus the red color 18s, which is altogether minus 72. Okay, you will get 4270. Okay, so this 4270 is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the black small units. Okay, so we can represent it by 5 units equals to 4270. From here we can find 1 unit equals to 4270 divided by 5 should give you 854. Okay, and from here, what's the question asking you? How many buttons were there in bag A? Okay, in bag A is just basically 1 unit, which is 854. Okay, so this is your answer. Bag A has 854 beads. Is it beads? Oh, buttons, sorry. Alright, 854. Okay, you see the different kinds of models that we use in this entire worksheet. Okay, so many different kinds that we're using. So it's really basically about understanding how you use your models. Alright, last question. Louis had 135 action figures, Sam had 990 action figures, and Jane had 570 action figures. Okay, before I go any further, I'm just going to highlight it in my favorite color, green. Alright, this one bit of information tells you what is at the beginning. Next, okay, after Jane gave an equal number of action figures to both boys, Sam had 4 times as many action figures as Louis. So what happened in the middle is Jane gave an amount, okay, to who? To both boys. Okay, then at the end, what happened? Sam had 4 times as many action figures as Louis. Okay, so again we have Sam and we have Louis, right? Now I know I have to draw a very big model because I'm going to take away. Okay, alright, split this into 4 parts. Alright, Louis also will get 1 part like that. Okay, they are meant to be equal parts. Sorry if I don't draw them too well. Okay, so for here, Jane gave an equal amount to both of them. Now, you should always try to draw on a smaller one first when it comes to this kind of things. The reason being, if like you see just now, right, I went to cut it. Sorry, I went to try to cut it over here. Alright, but the problem is if let's say this is more than 1 unit, how can I cut the same amount from Louis when he only has 1 unit? Alright, you can't end up with a negative number. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I cut from Louis first. Okay, maybe somewhere like that. Alright, and this is what Jane gave. Okay, it's 1 equal unit. Then this is also the same. Jane gave this. Okay, so when you're looking at this now, we're going to try to work our way to what happened in the beginning. Alright, in the beginning, without what Jane gave, okay, Louis had this amount. Sam had this amount, 990. So at the end, Sam has 990 plus what Jane gave. Okay, and this little portion here, which is what Louis had, is only 135. Okay, it's only 135. Let me draw inside, easier to see. Alright, now we're going to solve the problem. Okay, how many action figures did Jane have? Okay, Jane is not there yet. Okay, but basically alright, we just need to solve and find what's the orange color portion. Okay, you get my drift? Okay, so what we're going to do here, remember one of the previous questions we did the little cutting thing and moving it over. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this portion here from Louis. I'm going to move it all the way to the back here. Alright, now can you see that actually what we're doing here, once it matches up, right? Okay, 990 minus 135 is actually equals to 3 equal black units. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is type, okay, 3 units will be equals to 990. Now you notice 990 is 135. Okay, they didn't care about the orange at all. Okay, so you don't have to care about the orange at all. You're going to find what's one black unit first. You have to do you have to do that before you can find what's the orange. Alright, so 3 units equals to 990. 1 unit equals to 990 divided by 3 will give you 330. Alright, and now we can look, okay, for Louis. Okay, 1 unit is 330. We can find what is the one of the orange color thing over there. So one of the orange color thing will be 330 minus 135, okay, will be equals to I think it's 195. Alright, now once you get this 195 here, okay, this 195 refers to one of this orange. Okay, so we know that Jane gave away equal number of action figures. Alright, so Jane gave away one of this orange plus another of this orange. Total she gave away two orange colors portions of action figures. We know that each portion is 195. So the total amount that Jane gave away has to be 195 times 2. It's a very common mistake that most people forget to times 2. Okay, but you have to understand the question, and this is how it's supposed to be done. So from here, I'll get the total will be equals to 290. Okay, this 290 is again the total that Jane gave away because she gave to 2 people, right? So you have to add them up at the end. Okay, now we have to find how many action figures did Jane have left. So now we know how much she gave away. We know how much she had at first, which was 570 on the green portion over here. Let me just circle. Okay, 570. So now what we need to do is take the 570 minus the 290. We will get 280. Okay, this is the amount she had left. Jane had 280 left. Alright, so that is the answer for question 8. You see, it's a start question. It's probably one of those high level questions. There's a 5-mark question that's meant for nobody to do it. But if you know your stuff well, you can do it as well. You see how the model itself is so easy to draw. Okay.